In this video, we'll be taking apart the Doogee S110. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell so you'll be notified once I upload a new video. And if you need any tools, there are links in the description. To start off, the SIM tray needs to be removed. Here's a better look at that. Now, heat needs to be applied to the screen to loosen up the adhesive underneath, and then the pry tool can be used to pry the screen off. The glue or adhesive around the screen is extremely strong, so it's going to take you some time to gently heat it up and work your way around prying the screen off. The screen can now be lifted over, but be careful since the cable is still attached to the main board. There's a T5 or Torx 5 screw which is holding down the cover, which goes over the screen cable. The cable for the screen can now be disconnected from the extension cable which connects it to the main board. Here's a better look at the screen. There are 12 more T5 or Torx 5 screws which need to be removed. Here's a look at the aluminum midplate. The cables for the batteries can now be disconnected, followed by the rest of the cables. There are 6 Phillips screws which are holding down the battery cover. This is the 10,800 mAh battery, which is basically two 5,400 mAh batteries put together to operate as one. In order to remove the main board or subboard, the 2 wire cables from the speakers need to be desoldered from the boards. The coaxial cable also needs to be disconnected from the subboard. Now the flex cable for the back display needs to be disconnected from the board. There are 5 Phillips screws on the main board which need to be removed. Looking at the main board, there's a 32 megapixel front-facing camera, a proximity sensor and notification LED on the top corner, as well as a 3D layer of graphite covering a copper tape over the shields to help transfer heat. And the memory card and SIM reader is located underneath this copper tape. Looking at the other side, we can see a 50 megapixel primary camera, a 24 megapixel night vision, and a 16 megapixel wide angle lens. None of the cameras have OIS or optical image stabilization. The camera connectors can be disconnected by just popping them off. There's more 3D graphite and copper tape on the back shields. There are some antenna lines drawn on this plastic piece which are the light gray color lines. The vibrator motor is soldered to this board. These are the night vision lights. And this is the LED flash. And here's a look at the other side. There are 4 Phillips screws holding down the subboard. Once the assembly has been removed, there is one more Phillips screw on the bottom that needs to be removed. Now the subboard can be separated from the plastic housing. There are some more antenna lines drawn on this plastic housing. The primary microphone is located here, and the charger port's located next to it. Here's a look at the other side. Both the top and bottom speaker are held in place with adhesive, and the top earpiece speaker is held in place with a cure-in-place gasket. This flex cable is for the fingerprint reader, and this one is for the volume keys and power button. And this flex cable is for the button on this side. The NFC antenna is located over here, and the flex cable for it is here. And finally, this is the back display, which is also held down with some adhesive. So if you need to replace that, you have to just gently apply some heat and pry it off. For the repairability score on this phone, I give it a 4.5 out of 10. Now it's time to put the phone back together. Once everything's back in place, apply new adhesive and reapply the screen. Power on the phone, and you're done. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.